So my meal prep style is like prep as you go. You know, sometimes like in the winter, I might have a day where I could spend like the whole day or a few hours in a day doing some meal prep. But usually I actually just prep as I need things and throughout the week. So I'm making Taylor breakfast right now. And so why not make double or triple or really quadruple, because I'm gonna make as many as I can with the amount of egg mixture that I made. And so we're gonna make French toast for her to eat now and for the week, and I'll freeze all the leftovers and then I can easily reheat it in the toaster or in the air fryer. And then later on today, I'm going to be prepping some salads and a few other things. I'm not sure. I actually was just trying to write my meal plan, and I need to go down and check the deep freeze to see what we've got, because I'm trying to use up everything. I did not actually go to Sam's this month because I want to use up what we have, and I need to actually like defrost our freezer. We've had the freezer for a few years, never had to defrost it, but I can see ice start to build up at the bottom. So I want to basically clear all that out, use everything that we have, and we probably won't go back to Sam's until August, because in July we have a 9-day vacation. So basically like a third of the month we're not even going to be in town, and plus there's like Taylor's birthday, obviously 4th of July, just like things where I know we're just going to be buying you know, groceries just to like celebrate that stuff. And so anyway, I want to just like use up what we have and then start back fresh in August. But I'm going to create my meal plan and do a little grocery haul today. Taylor is actually asleep. I need to wake her up as soon as this breakfast is done, because we're going to go to the gym, take her to swim lessons, let her stay there for a couple hours. I'm going to do a little bit of work on my phone, and then we are going to come home, do some meal prep, and just carry on about our day, get to work. I've got my client check-ins today, and I have to do a little bit of planning for my group coaching program. So anyway, I'm going to go make this French toast, and I'll check back soon. So I just have 4 eggs and maybe about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of some unsweetened almond milk, a 1/2 teaspoon or a little bit more actually of this cinnamon I get from Sam's. I'm drinking my coffee here, and Chris picked up some of this bread. This is very rich. This has lots of butter and sugar, but surprisingly, it's only 110 calories per slice. It only has 1/2 gram of fiber per slice, so this is not really a great carb source, but it's going to be fine. We're going to make some for Taylor, and then she always is served with, you know, fruit for fiber, and then her protein with sausages, and maybe even an extra egg. But this is what I'm going to meal prep first today. Oopsie, I burnt one. So it technically made 11, but I think I would have just used like 10 if I used regular slices, because this one, the reason it burned is because it didn't have as much of the mixture on, and then I did use one of the end pieces, which took up probably too much of the liquid, if that makes sense. So I think with the recipe, 10 slices of bread would be perfect. This side doesn't actually look too bad, but I know Taylor will not want this, so I can just serve it to her like this probably. Anyway, we got all of our French toast done, and now we are going to the gym and swim, and we'll be back to do more later. So we just went to the grocery store after swim lessons, and I picked up a bag of steak fries. By the way, the steak fries and the potato wedges are the lowest calorie of all the potato options, well, and the shredded potatoes as well. That, you know, they have no oil, no extra like stuff in them at all, and no extra fillers. So they're like the best version to get. And then we picked up some tuna steaks. This is going to be for BLT squares. Had to pick up my Kind bars. I absolutely love these things. I wish Sam's had them, but they don't. And Taylor already got into these little drumsticks. These are the miniature blue bunny drumsticks. Taylor already got into them because I actually had to feed her lunch. A couple things we already got into because I had to feed her lunch right away when we got home. Also picked up some frozen broccoli, some frozen corn. This I'm going to use for just a side dish for Taylor, but then also the leftovers to make a Southwest salad later this week. Picked up some frozen green beans as well. And then just got a pound of the Boar's Head low sodium ham. We use this for breakfast and for lunches and snacking as well. Picked up some feta cheese, and this is going to be for some Greek salads I'm going to make in just a minute. Also picked up some Kerrygold butter, unsalted variety. some pickles, which Taylor already got into as well. She chose the whole ones, and these seem to have decent ingredients, so we went with that to go with her hamburger. Picked up 2 bottles of the Bolthouse Farms ranch dressing. It was on sale. Actually, I still have a bottle in the fridge, but every time it's on sale, we get it because you get it like buy one or buy 2, and they're like $2.50 each, 2 for $5. So that's good. Got a whole watermelon. Hopefully, I'll have room in my fridge for this. I just prepped some fruit yesterday with watermelon, strawberries, and grapes, but somehow the strawberries went bad, so I threw all the fruit out. So I'm going to just do watermelon by itself, and they actually didn't have any organic berries there, or I would have picked some more up. Picked up some organic grape tomatoes. This is going to be for our salads and for snacking. And then got a 50-50 blend and the baby romaine for salads. I'll show you in a minute. A bunch of bananas, and I have 3 left over from last week that I'm going to chop up and put into my bag for smoothies, like put them in the freezer. And Taylor loves kiwis, so I picked some kiwis up for her. I like them too. Kiwis are super delicious and really good for you. And then we also picked up, I've never seen this before. Have you seen these Dave's Killer Bread Company's hamburger buns? They have 160 calories, 2 grams of fiber, and 6 protein, which I think is amazing for a hamburger bun. So we already got into one because Taylor had leftover hamburgers for lunch. And then the last thing I picked up is just my 10 grain and seed bread from Char. This is a really great gluten-free option, and this is going to be for the BLTs, and then like avocado toast and stuff. Oh, the other thing I got, a couple more things actually, is some Geta. So Chris requested breakfast for dinner on Father's Day, but we did not have Geta, so we ended up just ordering pizza. So we picked some up for him just to have later this week, and then picked up just 1 English cucumber for salads. So this is my little grocery haul, and I'm going to show you all the things I'm prepping. So I still had a few bananas left over from last week, and these are the ones that I'm going to use this week. And I also had even a couple leftover frozen bananas, so I just moved that over to the side. I partly peel the 3 bananas, so I have like a little assembly line. Then I just break them into pieces, throw them into the bag, kind of move those frozen pieces around in order to make them be at the top. So we are using them first thing, and then I just keep doing it and seal the bag. And there we have it, all my bananas ready for my smoothies this week. So for my watermelon, I just start by cutting off one end so I have a flat surface to, put the watermelon on. Then I cut it in half, cut off the end, cut it into just a few chunks, and then I just basically cut the flesh out of the rind by just kind of like taking the knife to each end and then just cutting it in the middle and then just like basically popping it out of the rind. And I just do that repeatedly until all of it is taken out, and then I just simply chop it up. It doesn't have to be a big huge deal. And then I throw it all into a Tupperware container. And watermelon is technically on like the higher glycemic index, but when you pair it with other things that are high in fiber, like my smoothie or oatmeal, or even like a high fiber English muffin or whatever it is, it'll still be good because there's actually a lot of nutrition in watermelons. It's high in lycopene. I can't remember it all, but I know it's really good for you. So here are my marinated artichokes, and I just put a bunch of seasonings in, which I'll link below. I've shared this recipe before, but I will leave all the ingredients in the description box. And all I did is just throw it together and literally just shake it up. I did take a few out to put in the salad, and I just love to marinate my own artichokes because then I get to control the type of oil that's used, and it's way cheaper. So let me show you what we're working with. I've got some sirloin cut up here, and then I have some frozen chicken here that I actually had from like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But each week we made like so much chicken since then that I never had to use it. I just chopped it up and threw it in the freezer at the end of the week because we had made a lot that week too. So anytime you have leftovers, just definitely freeze them. Don't let anything go to waste. I have some extra cucumbers here. I chopped up some cucumbers and sliced some cucumbers. So I used half the cucumber for the salad and then the other half just sliced, and they'll be probably for Taylor with ranch dressing. But I've got 2 salads here. Well, 4 salads technically, but 2 types of salads. And this is just a Greek salad, and there's we have the 50-50 blend in here. as our base, and then tomatoes, artichokes, cucumber, and then red onion. And then I already put the chicken on Chris's and put a bunch of pepper on all the salads. And so to go with our Greek salads, I just made a simple, quick dressing. This just has olive oil, white wine vinegar, 1 drop of the lemon essential oil from Young Living, and then some, just like a little pinch of salt, black pepper, garlic, and then some oregano. And it's gonna be super simple and delicious, just like a lemon herb vinaigrette that literally took 2 seconds. And then we have these salads that have some kale and spinach, and then mostly baby romaine with some grape tomatoes and a slice of bacon. And then we're gonna put steak on them. Then I have some little crispy onions. Let me show you which ones I've got. So they're gluten-free, like crispy little onions that you put on like green bean casserole. But we really like these on the salad. We got this idea from the Steak and Blue, I think it was like the Steakhouse Blue salad kit from Taylor Farms, I believe. And we don't have blue cheese dressing. We're just using the Bolthouse Farms. But if we had blue cheese, we would use it. But it's still pretty darn good. So we got a steak to go with that. And that's what I have right now. I showed you the watermelon. And I got my bananas done. We got the French toast done. And I would say that's enough prep for one day. Oh, let me show you one thing. I also did save our sauce tonight. So this is just a can of the Rouse, or a jar of the Rouse tomato sauce, and then I just put a bunch of spinach and kale in here, and we had that tonight with some gnocchi and a mozzarella Italian chicken sausage I picked up from Sam's, and then I just had leftover zucchini on mine, and it was delicious. And so I took the rest of the sauce, put it in here. Later this week, I'm actually going to make an Italian beef skillet, like with cauliflower rice, and Chris and Taylor are going to have, like, I was wanting to make them hoagies basically, but I couldn't find hoagie buns, but I'm just going to use those Dave Killer buns. I think they'll be fine. Just have to make the beef patty, you know, versus like a long hoagie style. Anyway, it's going to be just as fine, all the same ingredients, but that is my meal prep.